Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back. It's pretty early right now. Sun is just about to come out here in a few minutes. I'm on my way to work. Man, I got home so tired last night. I couldn't even work out this morning. It was crazy at work. I had breakfast like at 6 p.m., i.e., first meal of the day. I was working three customers at once, all three sold. And for a small dealership, just to give you guys perspective, my store's got, yesterday, we only had four people, two floor, two internet. And we put out six cars, and it's been the result of just attacking the phones. Especially if you're in the internet department, it's your job to get people in the door. And my mentality is this: I'm gonna freaking book. If I overbook, I don't care. A lot of people are gonna be put on half deals, and I'm okay with that. It's I got my 2-day weekend coming up, and my goal for today is to set up the pipeline and same thing, overbook, so that I'm selling cars when I'm not at work. All right. I broke my cardinal rule of not showing up to work. All right. Do not show up on your day off. This last December, we had a little Christmas raffle, and we were leading the board. You're going to get a shit ton of tickets to get a PS5, a freaking Bluetooth speaker, all this crazy stuff, right? And the more, cars you sold, the more tickets you got. So I got a buttload of tickets, but the raffle was on my day off. So me breaking my own damn rule, I went out to work, thinking, heck yeah, my chances of winning are awesome, which they were. I had the highest chances of winning something, but I show up and man, I left empty handed. I couldn't even get $100 gift card. There's one guy freaking, it's he got the PS5 and everything, and doesn't have the best track record for showing up to work or even what's that called? Showing up early sometimes, and that's what I get for showing up on my day off. All right. So back when I first started car sales, I would show up on my day off for appointments, and it wasn't worth it. My family was paying the price because they never saw me. You guys know appointments, they don't always show up, but now I do not mind giving people half deals. All right. But today's video is mainly about starting off in sales, specifically car sales. All right. So if you're in it, your first few months, your first year, even your first 2 years, it's just, believe it or not, there's still a lot to learn 2 years into the business. Shit, I'm still learning a lot. You know what I mean? And you are going to get to a point where you're going to have your aha moment, your breakthrough moment. You're like, oh shit, the moment where all the stuff that used to be hard, it doesn't become easier. You just get comfortable with it. So going in for the commitment, asking for this, asking for that, delivering bad news. And you're going to start to have fun with the process. You guys are probably out there frustrated, freaking, you guys getting in your own head. You're sitting down with a customer. For instance, I had a customer yesterday. Wasn't my customer, but I had to go in and close them. And the salesperson, is rather green. He put it in this customer's head that, on an almost $30,000 vehicle out the door, they're going to have like a $200 something payment. And I didn't know about this. I went out there and I sat down with the customer and I'm presenting them a payment, and they're like flabbergasted. They're telling me like, whoa, how'd it change from what I was told outside to what I was told in here? And I'm asking the customer, what were you told outside? And yeah, they were expecting somewhere in the 200 range. So I'm like, shit, man. That is an improper setup. If you're super green in the industry, or even if you're not green, if you're still on the floor, don't worry about giving the customer payments outside. That's what the desk is for. But always set the deal up properly. So at the end of the day, you get a sale. All right. So from the get-go, this was destined to fail, right? Because of that expectation. Luckily, though, the customer said, no, screw that. We're going to pay cash instead. Hey, it's all right. Cash deals aren't always the best deals. All right. But we had a good good momentum started. So we weren't going to say no to that. And to you green guys out there, going back to that, you're going to have good leaders in a dealership. You're going to have bad leaders in the dealership. Pay very close attention to both. And I say both because you're going to learn some good things, and then you're going to learn what not to do from the bad ones. All right. And you don't have to ask somebody if they're a good leader or a bad leader. You're going to know right away. All right. Pay attention to those who are consistently closing, who are consistently leading the board. Look at what they do. All right. Try and do what they do or outpace them. A lot of stuff that ruins Green Pea's careers before it even starts, like it's starting and people are already calling it quits, is they go into the dealership thinking it's a job. It is a job, but it's not a job. All right. It's pretty much your own business. You're using the dealership's resources to your advantage. I haven't seen any other place in the world that gives you the inventory, gives you the marketing, brings you the customers, and all you have to do is out there, put your best foot forward and present everything. So treat it as such. A lot of these guys out there, they're showing up to work, they're coming in, they're already thinking, the moment they come in the door, they're thinking what they're going to have for lunch. They plan out their lunch, they jump on DoorDash, they play around on their phone, they look at the score, they need to get their coffee to get ready. Like, you're supposed to be ready before you show up. Freaking just get down. Like in my case, I'm internet. I tell my guys this all the time. Hey, I don't try to be rude when you guys come into my office to say hi to me. If I'm not making eye contact with you, you see me freaking zoned in on the computer, making phone calls, answering emails, answering text messages, like, I'm going to gaff you off. I even told this to my general manager. My general manager comes in as like, morning, Victor. What's up, man? And I'm like, yo, what's up? And I just keep freaking jamming away. I'm fucking jamming away until I answer every lead, until I answer every email for the morning. And then after that, we're talking about 20, 30 minutes, depending on how much traffic we got that night. I get up and I give him a proper hello. I shake his hand. We hug it out, whatever. And yesterday was a perfect example. Like, I don't have to eat at work. Seriously, we're not going to die if you miss one whole fucking day of eating. I've done it before. I don't eat shit till I get home. Excuse my French. All right? So stop thinking about food, because those meals are going to get really expensive, if you know what I mean. I've had those meals, $1,000 lunches. Fuck. When I was first starting out. All right? So just remember that, guys. But do listen to the good guys out there, the good leaders out there. All right? Like I said, there's going to be a moment where you are going to break through. You're going to enjoy it. I remember my first time around in car sales, because if you guys didn't watch one of my previous videos, I left the industry for a few years, and then I came back with a little bit more information, the financial side of things, and I came back with a different mindset, thinking, what would I do different? And I did it, and I'm killing it. But my first few years, I was like, I would get in my own head. I present pencils to customers, and in my own mind, I thought, like, damn, man, this number's way too high. This payment's too high. Our out the door is way too freaking high. And I would start to get cold feet myself to present the pencil. So I'd freaking flop. I'd fold, and I tell the customer what they want to hear. And I start fighting my desk for the customer, man. And at that point, I didn't really understand front gross. I didn't understand back, debt to income, none of this stuff. All I cared about was getting an X next to my name, minis. And man, if you guys live your life one mini at a time, shit, man, that sucks, because you're not going to make a check and you're going to think, like, damn, how the fuck do all these people sell these cars, claim to make all this money, but I'm only making this much and I sold just as many cars as that person? Because you're not holding your gross, buddy. All right, such to say. So get comfortable doing the uncomfortable stuff. Okay, and like I said, it's going to come to a point where you're going to enjoy it. You're going to love talking to people, and it's going to become so natural for you, all right, to pitch things your way. So if you guys train at your dealership, awesome. Keep practicing that. And Don't think the training is just there to fill up white space, because it's not. Most dealerships that do train, you spend about 1 hour training in the break room every morning. And if it was just bullshit, do you think the general manager would want you inside that break room for 1 hour shooting shit, shooting bullshit? Or do you think that hour could be better spent outside generating business, right? So you guys have to train for a reason. It's not there to just go through the motions. Seriously, use it. Every single scenario in sales, car sales, and possibly any other industry too. Once you're in the business long enough, you're going to realize that scenarios keep repeating themselves. The people are different. Some are repeat business, but scenarios, eventually, you're going to hear them all. You're going to hear all the excuses. You're going to hear all the reasons why people don't want to buy right now. And that is why word tracks exist. Great minds in the car industry over the history of time, they develop word tracks for this excuse, that excuse, what to say. And they're still coming up with new ones. There's not one perfect word track out there. The only one that works is the one that works for you, that you can make it your own and make it natural. But you have to practice it. If you don't practice it, like, seriously, dude, you're going to be like these guys have been in the industry forever. And I've seen them, they're selling cars 20 years, still on the floor, never held a different position other than floor sales. And they're happy there because they get their absolute bare minimum amount of cars for the month. And you see them. They just go day by day. They smoke their cigarette. They go to the desk. I had a customer here. Customer doesn't want it here. Customer doesn't want it here. Customer doesn't want. Customer says he's about to leave. Go shake his hand. All right, cool. Shakes his hand, puts an X on the board. Come on, man. Do you guys want that? You don't want that shit. All right? Just focus on improving yourself. It's going to be scary. There's no easy freaking day. Trust me. Even to this day, sometimes I get anxiety. Shit, dude, I'm about to talk to this guy. I talked to him on the phone. Freaking, he seemed kind of pissed off. Like, he knows that, that I'm a dealer or whatnot. Like, I'm already getting my own head sometimes. But guess what? The moment the customer shows up, just put on a smile, put on a good act, make the customers laugh if you can, and just have freaking fun. Okay? And always, always remember, the kill doesn't get easy. You just get used to doing uncomfortable shit. All right? So if you're starting out, don't worry. It's going to get better. But listen to your leadership, especially the ones that you've seen or that you're seeing yourself do good. Okay? And you guys out there been in the industry a while, coach your guys. Teach them how to do things, because it's only going to benefit everyone. At the end of the day, when everyone sells a car, everybody's going to win, from the bottom up. And that's the whole goal of a dealership. If floor sales doesn't sell a freaking car, how do you think finance is going to generate business? How do you think the sales managers are going to make any money? How do you think the GM is going to make any money? They're not. All right? So you're not there as a job, guys. It's there as your own freaking business. If you guys want to see what it's like to invest in your own marketing, going out there, putting in work, making cold calls yourself by leads you generate, that you pay for every month, paying for all these phone calling systems, paying for flyers, going out there door to door, knocking on people's doors. You want to see how hard it really freaking is, get into real estate. You'll see how much money is spent on marketing each month, and it makes you learn to appreciate what the dealership offers you. All right, guys. So you guys have any questions about anything you guys are struggling with, I guess, at your dealership, particularly the green peas, drop it down in the comment section below. And those of you listening, you guys want to do some constructive criticism, hey, by all means, go ahead and do it. I will possibly start leaving my email in these videos, and just feel free to shoot me questions, guys. And I'll tell you guys, where I see you might be messing up on, or where you can improve a little on. And we'll just take it from there. All right, fellas? You guys have a phenomenal day. If you're at work today, go kill it. Stay positive no matter freaking what. All right? And when I say no matter what, I mean no matter what. Don't even let death bring you down, because life keeps going after people pass. There's nothing wrong to mourn, to cry a little, but when you're at work, everyone. So that's all I got to say right now. I am 28 minutes away from work. Why do I commute so far? Because I freaking love it. All right? See you guys on the next one.